What's going on YouTube? Happy holidays from Pistol Pete. So today, as you could tell by the title, we're going to be talking about a Temu knife. So this one really doesn't have a name. You know, some of these AliExpress and Temu and all these China knives that you get, they have, you know, I don't know if they don't know what to name them. They just name them weird names. This one, you'll see that when I posted here that it has like it says multi-tool, axe, knife, blah, blah, but a big old long list, but it's not, there's no name for it. So let's get started here. Let me show you. Boom. So, and again, it didn't have much on materials. It didn't talk much about it. It just said that it's made of the carbon steel. And I couldn't even really find any measurements. So I do have a tape measure here, so I'll measure it for you guys. But just off of first impressions, off of looking at it, it's a pretty damn freaking good looking quality knife. So this thing cost me 30 bucks shipped. 30 bucks shipped to my door. So, which is awesome. If it holds up, we're gonna see. But first I thought I'll go over the whole package here. So look at the sheath. I mean, for 30 bucks, and it's a real leather sheath. It's made of genuine leather. That ain't pleather, which is pretty cool. And then the detail they put on this, I mean, for 30 bucks, I mean, man, I don't know how the hell, like I said, I don't know how China does it sometimes. It kind of trips me out. I wonder how they afford to get these materials and make something like this. The button fastener works great. Seems to be of good material. You know, keeps the knife in there really tight. I mean, just look at it. It looks great. Nice generous belt loop, nice and thick, not too thin. Little embroidery, little like back layer for a little bit of character. Different two-tone type leather stitching there. I mean, it's awesome. It looks like a quality sheath for that price. Let's take a look at the knife. So it just calls out carbon steel. I do like this. This is like, I don't know if this is like a acid wash or this is just like a painted on, or I don't know. You know, you never know with China. So we'll see what we're going to use this to see how this coating holds up. We'll see if anything scrapes off or if it stays on there and it holds up good. But take a look at it. It looks kind of cool. I kind of like it. So you got wooden handles. It doesn't call out what type of wood. And you guys can judge for yourself. It does have brass pins. It is fairly thick. I mean, it's like pretty much a quarter, I think shy of a quarter-inch thick. Let me see here. Now that I got the tape measure out, since it doesn't really give you any measurements on the website there. Let's see here. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's about a quarter-inch thick, right at a quarter-inch. So a quarter-inch thick slab of carbon steel. Again, it doesn't give the grade. It doesn't say if it's 1055, 1075, 1095. Probably the lower end, most likely. But the fit and finish on that look pretty damn good. I mean, it's all smooth. It's all nice and chamfered good. I like the way the finger grooves are here. It's not too aggressive where it makes you sit in there. It still kind of has enough leeway to have your hand fit and sit comfy. It feels good. The lanyard hole is kind of dinky. I wish they made that a little bit bigger. It's pretty small little lanyard there, but it works. I mean, it'll work. You know, you can throw something in there to hold your hand in there. It does have this skull breaker type pummel. You know, if you have to hammer something in, you could use that. It's fairly thick. Nice sharp. It came with a really sharp edge. Let me see here. Surprisingly, again, like I said, guys, some of these Chinese blades are surprisingly, they surprise me how they put pretty much razor edge. Now, if they hold up or not, I don't know. But you see that coming up here? Let's see if it'll focus. You see that shaved, it's shave sharp. It is shave sharp. Excuse me, I'm getting over a cough here. But razor sharp, shaves the hair on my arms. Nice millwork there, all the way through. It's just nice. Has this just like decorative type bumps there. Nice and thick all the way up close to the tip there. The tip is it's fairly thick. We'll see how it holds up. See how the heat treat is on this. But for 30 bucks, so far it's looking good. I'm looking forward to taking this out and slamming on it. Now, let's give you some measurements here. We'll see how long the blade is here. Damn. Just getting over this damn cold. So you're looking at about an 8.5 inch blade length. Here, I'll lay it out so you guys can see it. 8.5 inch blade length. Damn. A little under 2 inches wide. Man, you got about 5.5 inch handle length. So 5.5 inch handle length. Not too bad. Like I said, a quarter-inch thick. I want to measure the inner grip here real quick. Let's see how that is. So from we'll measure it from here to here. So from here to here, look about 4 inches. So 4 inches from here to here. So nice, generous. If you have big hands, I about large to extra large hands. Fills it out perfectly for me. If you have smaller, it might be a little bit too big, but it does have a nice little bird's beak here to catch your hand for chopping, so it doesn't slide off. We'll see how it throws. I'm excited. I'm excited to test this out. So if this holds up for 30 bucks, this is going to be one hell of a steal. Let's take it outside and see how it does. Let's start off with a can cut here and see how it goes. Oh, check that out. Got it kind of high. Didn't go all the way through, but I think I hit it too high. I didn't hit it just right. But yeah. Maybe that can't go flying. Now on to the bottle. Oh, in twain, son. This sucker is sharp. Let's see how it cuts through this dog bed. It's this kind of a, this thick plastic here. I think it's even encased with like some strands and stuff inside, so to secure it, because it's 40 pounds of dog food here. So let's see how sharp the blade is. Ooh, yeah, that's sharp. Look at this thing, man. I mean, that's pretty damn sharp blade there. Let's see how it gets through from some average water hose here. See how easy I can cut through this bad boy. Fairly easy, fairly easy. Let's try that again. Takes a couple passes, but it gets through it. This blade came pretty damn sharp. Better stick that water hose. Yeah. Let's do some 4-foot drops and some hard downward throws. See if the tip bends at all, how balanced it is, and if the handle scales come loose. Let's see here. Ooh. Not bad. Tilting tiny bit. Yeah, it's kind of a little bit handle heavy, probably because the wood handles. Oh, there you go. Maybe it's just my hands the way I'm releasing it. Try it one more time here. Oh yeah, no, that's straight. That's the way I'm releasing it. Let's try some hard downward throws here. Bam. Right dead in the center. Bam. Man, that's sinking in there fairly deep too. Look at that. Ooh, in the log. All right, let's see. Tip, straight as an arrow. Yep. Handle's coming loose. Nope. Nice and tight. Let's move on. All right, at this old plum tree that's, like I said, it's solid. It's dead for a while, so that I'm gonna make my war post. Got to take this branch off here for that. So let's start some chopping. I'm not sure if I'm going to go all the way through with it, but at least I want to see how it feels in hand, if there's any hot spots, if anything comes loose, or see if the edge chips or dulls. But so far, so good. Let's get started with this. Oh yeah, that's a good chopper. I mean, it feels really good in hand. This little beak here helps keep your hand in place here. So you don't have to worry about it flying out of your hands. So is that getting in there? Yeah, you guys are seeing it. Want to make sure you got seeing it, right? Maybe a little bit closer here. So far, so good. Seems to be a great chopper. You could hear that. I mean, it's solid shit here. This isn't no soft, weak wood, man. This definitely will test the edge. This will test if anything comes loose. This will definitely do that job. It's doing the job very well. Very, very well. Look at this. You guys seeing that? Make sure you guys are in there. It's getting through it. Very, very good. Keep going a little bit more here. Put you over this way a little bit. I wasn't gonna go all the way through, but I think I am. Just since I'm already started, it's been that easy. If this was a little harder than that, I wouldn't do it, but it's getting through it. Very, very easy. Let's give some hard wax. Let's test that edge. Let's test it. Come on, get some. Look at that. Woo! That's getting through for sure. Let's keep going, guys. And right now where it's at, look at that. I could easily pull that down and break it, but I want to do it with the knife. There we go. I was gonna say, I wanted to do that with the knife. I didn't want to do that with my hands, man. I want to test an edge out. Let's check that out. Okay, we see it together here. Any chipping, rolling, warping? Nope. Feels smooth feels absolutely normal. No waving, no bowing. Let's see the edge. Damn, the sucker's still sharp. So that heat treat is good all the way through. Are you guys seeing that there? Let's see. That thing is looking absolutely flawless, you know. I don't feel any nicks. It's still razor sharp, so I gotta be careful not to slice my finger down. It's, man, just a freaking beast. Let's see how this bad boy batons. I'm running short of things to baton. I'm running out of logs and stuff, but I do have stuff like this, so this will test it out. You know, it's fairly thick, but a lot of this stuff from my other demonstrations I've already kind of burned, or I've already gotten little kindling pieces. So let's see how this does. This is, again, hard, dried, old crap. We'll see how it handles it. Oh, and I got my baton stick knotted from hell. Look at that. That's cracking. Yeah, get some. Look at that. Just getting right through it. Easy peasy. Split that again. Too easy, too easy. Oh man, missed it. All right, let's get another one. See this one here. Took a piece off. Let's see. Here's another decent one. Fairly thick. So let's baton through this one. You can tell right there how hard this shit is. It is hard. Come on, man. So far, this knife is impressing me. So far, we'll see. Man, come on. Absolutely no edge damage, no warping, no waving. Still freaking razor sharp. Hear that? Woo! All right, let's see how this bad boy does with some feather sticking here, some carving. See how it feels in the hand. So far, no hot spots at all on this bird's beak. When I chop that branch down up here, everything feels nice, smooth, contoured. I have no complaints. No complaints of that wooden grip at all. Let's do some feather sticking here. And again, guys, sorry I don't have anything fresh or green. Everything is super hard and dry and old. So it is, obviously you'll see here, it's making feather sticks. This knife came sharp. This knife came really sharp. I'm impressed with it. But again, it's doing it. It's just dried old shit, and a lot of it's falling off onto the log. But again, in a survival situation, that would still work. You just collect it off the log. It's all, everything that falls down, you just get it and throw it onto your, you know, your place where you're gonna make your fire. Your fire still, and this definitely would do it. Look at that. It's all, a lot of it's falling off, but you can see there, it's definitely creating little curls with this dried ass old log. All right, let's do a little bit of a spear here. Or tent spike, pit spike, fishing spear, something dangerous for the neighborhood kids to play with. I got that one from Scab. Quiet Boys Outdoors. I'll go around here. There we go. Get through that. It's a little bit more, I think. Taking off down here. What do you guys see? It's removing material like crazy. I'm not gonna bore you by taking it all the way down to a point, but look at that. It's already forming. You guys know it'll make a sharp ass spear. Let's move on. One test I always like to do is a penetration test to see how deep I can sink it into the log. See what kind of bite it has. Let's take a look. Ooh, that went in fairly deep. Yeah. The grind is pretty good on this. Oh, look at that. Almost buried the whole knife into the log. One more. Yeah. Excellent bite. Great chopper. All right, time for my favorite part. Let's give it a couple throws at the log here and see how balanced it is and see if anything comes loose. Test it out. Actually, I'll do it regular. I'll just throw it no spin, and then we'll do half spin. Bam! Look at that. Ooh, nice and deep in there. Let's do it again. Back you up a little bit. All right, let's see. Like an arrow. That thing throws great. Super good balance on that. Let's go back a little bit further. All right, let's see. A little bit overthrow, but still stuck it. Last one, guys, last one. I love doing this. Love doing the throws. This one, man, like I said, this one is an awesome thrower. Awesome. Bam. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right, let's do one or two half spin throws. I'll grab it by the blade. So I'm gonna grab it here. Boom. See if I get that rotation, see if I can stick it. Oh, smooth. Man, this thing is an awesome thrower. Love it. Love it. Let's try it again. One more time, one more time. Bam. That thing is badass. Let's check the tip. Because throwing a knife always puts pressure on the tip, always puts strain on the tip. Let's see. You guys see that? Absolutely no issues with the tip. No issues with the edge. Thing's a beast. Let's see how it feels with some downward stabs here and see if I feel any hot spots here or anything, or if anything comes loose too. Oh man, put you down a little bit so you guys can see. Man, I'm stabbing that hard too, and it's sticking in really good, and I don't feel any hot spot. I don't have any. You can see here, it has this swell here, so your hand's not going to slide down onto the blade at all. Just perfect. Perfect tip. Let's take it a little bit lower here. Let's test out do a little bit of soft prying. You guys hear that? See, tell him I'm trying to pull material out. Man, thing's a beast. All right, guys, that concludes my review of this Temu Survival all-purpose tool knife. It is freaking badass. It held up to the it did way better than I thought. I have $100 knives, $150 knives that didn't hold up as good as this. I mean, look at the coating. The coating, I batoned with it. I chopped hard, and the stuff I was chopping is hard shit. Old, dried, hard wood, like freaking petrified wood. No damage to the edge at all. No chipping, no folding, no rolling, no warping, no nothing. Smooth, no. I mean, it's still freaking sharp as hell. Handles still on there tight. Nothing came loose. No hot spots in hand. Everything felt great while I was chopping. I didn't feel anything weird. Brought a piece of paper out. Let's see. A little bit dull, a little bit more dull than it was, but I mean, it's still cutting paper. Somewhat cutting paper. A few strops, and I think this thing will be, look at that. A few strops, and I think this thing will be back to razor. When I got it, it was razor sharp. But you got to think, look at all the shit I put it through. Look at everything I put it through. Everything I put it through, and it's still somewhat cutting paper. Look at that. Still cutting paper, even kind of a little bit off, but still, I mean, for a $30 knife, $30. I don't know how these guys do it. I don't know how these Chinese people do it. They're smoking us when it comes to this stuff. A lot of companies, I think, because they're putting out stuff like this for $30. You saw I was batoning with it. I was batoning hard shit. I was batoning big, but decent sized logs, not huge, but decent sized logs, stuff that you use for camp, you know. And you got to think stuff you'd be out in the woods is going to be a lot softer and a lot not so old and dry. Where I'm in California, it doesn't even rain here, so it's dry ass hard old stuff, and it still went through it like butter. No issues at all. Super balanced. I mean, this thing flew. Like you saw how I was throwing it, sticking every single time. Throws awesome. I mean, nothing else I can say about it. This, whatever heat treatment they put on this, kicks ass. They know what they're doing with the heat treatment, even though they just call it carbon steel, whatever they're using, whether it's 1055, 1070, 1065, 10 whatever. I mean, any carbon, whatever. This thing is a beast. I was prying everything. The freaking tip is absolutely straight as an arrow. No bending, no warp, no bowing, nothing. Straight as a freaking arrow. Even with prying, even with throwing. Man, I'm impressed. I am absolutely impressed with this cheap knife. The sheath alone is worth $30. I'd buy one of these just to put, if this fits my BK9 or something, I'd buy a sheath like this just to put the BK9 in it for $30. This thing is just awesome. Guys, highly recommend this. They didn't send me this. I bought this. You know, this isn't a free one for me. This is one I bought. But man, it held up absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. It feels like I don't have a ferro rod. I'm sorry, guys, to throw sparks, but it feels like you could throw a spark with this. It's maybe that coating might interfere with it, but it does seem. No, it's a little bit rounded out. You might have to take a Dremel or something, or a grinder to it and flatten it out a little more. But I mean, even with that being said, it's still just an awesome knife. Awesome knife, guys. Woo! All right, that's it for this one. Please like, subscribe, share, and until next knife gun or whatever.